Okay, guys, welcome to this Forex Society market breakdown. This is a new series that we're starting in order to explain and share some knowledge on why I took the trades that I take, why I send the signals that I send, and the analysis I send, right? So the idea here is, like I said before, share some knowledge. Uh, So try to show you guys what I see in the market so you guys can learn. And if that helps you to improve your trading style, that would be awesome, right? So this will be our first video, and I'm planning to do it daily, every day. So let's begin. Okay. So first, I'm gonna start with GBPJPY, right? Which was the trade I sent last night, the first trade I sent last night, first signal. And I'm gonna explain you why I took this trade. Okay? So first, what I like to do first is going to the higher time frames, starting with the weekly, daily time frame, and look. First, what I look for is the trend. Yeah, see where the price is going, where the major trend is going. Okay, so fine if it's bullish, if it's bearish. Okay, so because mainly there's something I personally do. It doesn't mean you have to do it, right? And is that after I find where the major trend is going, I like to take higher percentage of risk of my account on trades that follows that major trend, if you know what I'm saying, okay? So let's say the weekly trend is bullish. If I find a setup, a good setup on the lower time frames that is a buy, I'm gonna place a higher percentage risk of my personal account on that buy. And if that setup would be a sell, I would place a lower risk per trade because that sell wouldn't be going with the major trend. Okay, so let's say here right now, if you see, we can see how GBPJPY is on a bullish trend, weekly bullish trend, right? Ignore these levels. I'm gonna explain you what the levels are in a bit. So just follow me. Follow me. Right now we got extremely bullish GBPJPY. Right? We can see how price were on a big range. Price were on a big range in the past weeks, right? We can see what it was in a strong range. Actually, it was ranking since October. It was like 4 months ranking, and this week, this precisely week, price broke up, and broke it with this big bullish candle, and that automatically says that we are on a strong bullish run, bullish trend. So what are we going to do? Trying to find buy setups, right? And if we're going to place a sell, that would be a counter trade. It doesn't mean we're going not to take it. We would take it, right? But with lower risk, okay? Because we don't want to fight against the big trend, okay? So let's continue. So right now we are on the weekly. We can see how price broke that big 5-month range, and with this big bullish candle, right? So what I'm going to do right now is going to the daily chart and zoom in and see what else I can see. Okay, so okay, perfect. So right now, if we go and see the previous daily candle, there's something I like to do. Okay, this candle is today's candle, so it doesn't count. yesterday's trade was inside this candle right here, right? So the previous daily candle is this bullish candle, this yellow one, right? So what I like to do, and this is like a little tip I'm going to give it to you. I like to draw in my chart. Oh, sorry guys. I like to draw in my chart what the points, the ending points of that daily candle, because that serves as key points, strong points, key points for the following day. Okay, so let me give you an example. Okay, so let's delete this. So what I like to do is take my line tool, and I always mark up where the previous daily candle end, where the body end, right? So I write here, I draw a line here. Then, if the candle got a wick, I draw a line on the top of that wick, because between those two lines, that zone is my zone, is my key zone for the following day. So I'm gonna draw another line. You see this here? The top is a small wick, but you can see it there. It's a small wick here, right here. Okay, so we draw one here, one line here. Okay, so knowing that, now we got our key point based on the daily, on the previous daily candle. Okay, so right now I'm going to zoom in even more on the 4-hour time frame and see, and we're gonna start looking for key levels, where price reject, and start reading price action. See how candles behave. If they bullish, if they move, if they close below the previous one, they above the previous one, etc. So right now we have these two lines, right? These two lines are our ending, our key point. Remember that, our key point of the previous daily candle, right? That serves as yeah, like a supply demand zone. Okay, so right here we can see how price yesterday, how price went on extremely bullish run. Bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle, bullish candle. Non-stop. Non-stop. No bearish candle. No corrections. No retracements. So here comes a little bit of common sense, right? So everything that goes up, nothing goes up infinite. To the infinite, no. Everything that goes up eventually goes down. Yeah, that's how life works. Everything. So if we sorry guys. So knowing that, applying that common sense, we can see how 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bullish candles in the 4-hour time frame. That's a whole day going out non-stop. So what it says to me is that price must do a correction. A correction is coming. I don't know when, I don't know where, but I know that it will happen soon. Yeah, because I can see the future, but I know that it's going to happen, right? So what I'm going to do is see where price closed the day before. Yeah, I really like to play with sessions, London session, New York sessions. I divide the movement price on that sessions. I will explain that on following videos. Okay, so like I said, we got this price closed here. Okay, so we got our zone or key point right here. So now we zoom in even more, going to the 1-hour chart. You can go to the 1-hour chart. I really like the 2-hour chart. It's my favorite. Talking about lower time frames, okay? So price were here. Price previous day price closed here. Started forming this range, this structure. Forming this structure after the New York section ended. Yeah, 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m. till Asian and Australian session. And all that time, price, let me zoom in here. Prices were forming a structure, So what I do is I define the top or the bottom of the structure. Yeah, because here's another little tip. Every time a session ends, a big important session like London or New York, yeah, price doesn't have the volume. Price doesn't have the liquidity to keep moving like this to make these big candles because the session has ended, right? So price will start forming a structure. So I give it time. I give it time. I wait for more candles to see what structure it will form. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after I start seeing a format and clean structure like this one, yeah, let me change the color. Like this one, yeah, like this one. Okay, that made me say like, okay, price is sharp. Price form a strong structure, a solid structure, but we don't have the liquidity right now, so we gotta wait for important session. Right, that would be the London session or New York session. Okay, usually London session that's where GBPJPY moves the most. Okay, so we got a structure, and after that structure being formed, we're going to the we zoom in even more to the 30 minute chart. So right now, right here, it was like 10 p.m. and 10, 11 p.m. We were like 2, 3 hours away from London session. So what I like to do is wait for this beginning of the London session to see what price going to do with this structure. Okay, so as time was approaching to the London session, price started to gain volume, to gain liquidity. So price started to move. Okay, so we can see here. We can see here how price created this big candle on the 30 minute chart, but it rejected the bottom of the structure, which is this one. So that give me another confirmation that price was on a strong and solid structure. It rejected the bottom of it, which confirmed this point and this point, which is an imbalance. Okay, so knowing this, okay, that made me say we got a strong point here. Okay, so that would be our. Let me write that down. That would be our key level. Okay, that would be our key level. That would be our key level. Right? So, and the same for the top of the structure. We got this. We see how price formed this pin bar, and rejected it here, and all these candles couldn't break above it. So that helped me to define the structure, the top of it, and the bottom of it. Okay, so this point was extremely key. This point was extremely key because it fully confirmed it. Then the following candle formed. We were about to start the London session, and again we will repeat the same scenario: a rejection, a weak rejecting this key level. So after that, London session started, and boom, I started seeing a break. I was planning to look for sales if price could break below this key level, the 160.50, or buys if price could break above the 161 level, right? Buys above here, or sells below this, okay, in the lower time frames. I always confirm my trade in the lower time frames, right? So If we zoom in even more, going to the 15-minute chart, right? We got our zone, remember? The daily key point, let me put a text on this. Previous day key point, okay? Yeah. So I could see that price finally make this big bearish candle, right? Big bearish candle pattern, then forming this candle, closing below the key level. The key level that failed to break, closing below the key level, which is a close below the structure, forming structure, bullish structure. So once that happened and candle closed it, I send the signal. Knowing that this candle formed a low, closed below, created a lower low in the 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, against these three candles, respected this small area, which is an inner structure level. Like I said, I will explain all this in the following videos, but follow me. Okay, so it closed below the structure and key level, and I send the signal, right? Okay, so our entry stops above this inner structure. Let's go to the 5 minute chart so you can see it better. Okay, so we're here, right here. So we got this inner structure level, right? So our stops will be above into the 50% of this inner structure in the 5 minute chart, right? Entry here, take profits, targets here. The first take profit will be this zone. Yeah, remember the zone, the previous day key point will be that would be your first target. That lines up. Sorry guys, that lines up with this yellow zone, which is a 30-minute order block, which is here. Okay, so that would be your first target right here. Second target right here, which is our previous weekly close. And our third target will be this one, this order block of this previous impulse, of this previous bullish impulse, and big run in the lower time frames, right? This area here, that would be our third target. And eventually it did. And like I said before, that trade went perfect. I mean, let me give you another advice. You gotta be, since we are retail traders, we are not institutions, we are not banks, we should, and this is an advice, yeah, it's a personal advice. I could be wrong, could be right, but it's a personal advice I will give you that has worked for me. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is that we should enter and exit as fast as we can from the market. If you follow me, if you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so it's extremely important that we can get our money as soon as possible and get out as fast as we can. Okay, so let me show you guys. Let me show you when I send the signal. I'm trying to find the Telegram in the OBS, but I can't find it. Okay, well, I couldn't find it. Okay, but doesn't matter. So sorry guys. So that's it. That's it. Amazing. We got an amazing trade. 1-3 risk reward ratio. We ended up doing big win here. Let me show you guys. I'm gonna show you in my live account. Let me show you guys. In my live account. I made like in one of my live accounts. I made like $100 I think on that trade, on a 50K account. Let me show you real quick, guys. Okay, let me show you guys. Let me show you, and it's right here. Okay, and it's right here. It's right here, guys. Okay, so yeah, it's right here. Let me show you. Can you see it? So if we go to the account history, you can see that I'm making like $800, like I told you, these last two trades, right? So it was amazing. It was a beautiful trade. And in the telegram, I sent the signal, and I think we all ate. I sent in the free channel and the VIP channel. So yeah. Okay, so and it went perfect, guys. It went perfect. 1-3 risk reward ratio, and beautiful. So that's basically it, guys. That's basically it. I don't want to make this video too long. I was going to explain gold, but I think that will make the video too long. So I will, every day I'm going to break down one of the signals I sent. I won't break down all of them because that will make this too long. But if you want more information, if you want to learn more about this, if you found this helpful and you want to learn more, don't hesitate to DM me on Telegram and join our group. We are making money every day. Transparency is key. I lose trades too. I don't win all the time, but I make more than I lose. Okay, so if you want to learn more, you find the signals helpful, you're making money with them, come join us. We're waiting for you. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.